who you are has gotten you to this point, so don't change it. Just be yourself and go with your instincts.
How much pressure do you feel? Because it's not like you're going into a rebuilding situation. I mean, the biggest X factor this year might be you. I mean, you took over a pretty quality team with high expectations for itself. You know, how much pressure do you feel like, okay, I got to keep the shit going in a promising order here and not screw this up? Or do you feel like, no, I'm ready for this year?
Well, I mean, I don't know if anybody's ever ready for this. I mean, this is a very unique circumstance that is very unprecedented. So I don't know if I could say, oh yeah, I'm 100% ready for this. I know this is going to happen. I mean, it's not realistic. But I'm not putting pressure on myself. You know, I'll be nervous, as I should be. If I wasn't nervous, there'd be something wrong with me. But look, I've got a very talented team, very good team. And, you know, will I make mistakes along the way? Sure, of course I will. I've never done this before, so I'm not naive to say that I'm going to do everything right. But it's going to be a learning process for me. It's going to be a learning process for the players, and you know, there's no question I will be the biggest X factor this year, just because I'm the newest piece per se. So look, we're trying to be better today than we were yesterday. And we're not trying to set goals or set unrealistic expectations for us. And we're just trying to have as good of a season as we can.
Would it be easy to have honest today? You would have been there for everybody else, but have them go in and say they wanted it. And they did, took it on themselves. Honest emails and things like that.
Yeah, which, you know, I figured he would have texted him, and I knew these guys were overly.
He didn't know his number was. He said he didn't know his number yet. He didn't know his system.
No, it's very humbling. You know, it kind of reiterates why you get in this profession, and that's to make an impact on these guys, not only from a basketball standpoint, but from a personal standpoint. Obviously, I've done something well enough over the last couple of years to get their support, and at the same time, I think they knew they needed as much continuity with this whole thing as possible. They didn't want somebody who they never met before to come in 3 days before practice and say, hey, here's how we're going to do things. Now it's completely different. And, you know, it's like, hindsight will be 20/20 when it is over, but I think it's the best situation for them. You know, I think just given all the circumstances, it was the best thing. It was the right thing to do. But to have their support and the support of their parents was just absolutely humbling beyond belief. And, you know, it's something I'll never forget.
Given what happened 2 years ago, now this year, do you have a core group of guys that you feel like ought to be as mentally tough as anybody, given the amount of stuff?
Well, that's the funny thing is, you know, Quentin, Honest, Dang, and Ray. Ryan was here, he was a redshirt. Unfortunately, they have experience in dealing with adverse situations, and you know, will it help? I'm sure it will. But it's a unique team, and I don't know if it's just my team. I don't know if it's every team. I don't know if it's this culture, but these guys have an unbelievable ability to not worry about what doesn't really concern them. You know, and it's obviously they lost their head coach 4 days before practice starts, so that's going to concern them. But the rest of the stuff, you know, the investigation, who's going to be the next president, who's going to be the next athletic director, all that stuff, the media attention, they block that stuff out. I mean, it's amazing to see. It really is. And their concern is going to class, coming to practice, working, and winning games, and that's what they've done an unbelievable job of staying focused on.
Is that for this team to achieve its whatever ceiling it's going to be this year? Is that the key, I guess, or is there more about offense or defense to get this team to reach its potential this year?
I think they're going to do a good job of blocking everything out. I really do. I think if they've been able to get through the last couple of weeks, I think the rest of the season should be a little bit easier. You know, I just think X's and O's and basketball stuff is what's going to determine how well we do this year. You know, I don't think we're going to let outside influences distract us. I think it's just going to be a matter of, okay, do we prepare well enough? Do we play well enough? Do we score enough points? Do we limit the other team to enough points? And that's going to determine how we do.
How much do you think, obviously, that's instrumental in helping us stay healthy as a player? I mean, I still remember talking as a freshman, talking about his cousin getting shot in the Arab Spring protests, and he's experienced a lot of so how valuable is that kind of life experience as he's kind of being on this sort of vocal
You know, honestly, he's a unique guy, and he's very even keel. He doesn't worry about stuff that's not worth worrying about. You know, he's an international kid. International kids are brought up in a different culture. His situation, like you said, was probably a lot tougher than most of our childhoods, and he just enjoys the fact that he gets the chance to play basketball in college. And I think he's got motivation to play professionally, and if it happens, great. But if it doesn't happen for him, or if it doesn't work out the way he envisioned, I still think he's just going to enjoy life. He enjoys coming to work every day, coming to school every day, coming to practice. He really enjoys it. He's been very vocal this year, even before all this went down. He got the most votes in a landslide to be captain by not only the players but the coaching staff. And I think that says a lot about the character that he has and the way he's done things.
City liked having you as the head coach because finally there's a big guy who sees the game the same way that he sees the game and has a little bit of a different perspective. With your work with him that you have been doing, high post passing and things like that, what do you see as the benefit of being a guy who's been in his shoes and coaching?
Well, I'm surprised he said he's happy because I've probably been tougher on him over the last 3 years than anybody. But no, he knows that I played at his position. He knows I played at Louisville, obviously. He and I have become very close. We spent a lot of time together off the court. And, he just, whenever he had a bad day, I always, for whatever reason, I could just tell. I don't know if it was just a sixth sense I had with him, but I could just try to tell them. I knew I'd say, hey, come to my office to talk. I need to pick you up something. And it's just, it's different. I played the center position in college at Louisville. He does too. Ray Spalding, I think I can relate to a little bit better too. And I'm not saying I don't relate to the rest of our players, but for example, Greg Paulus is going to be able to interject a lot more knowledge and experience for Quentin and Darius than I would, just because I didn't play that position. And that's just the nature of it. And so that's why it's been great for me to have Greg and those guys on staff. But honest is, we've become very close. But he knows if he doesn't do what I want or what I expect, I'll also let him know about it. So. I just want what's best for him. I told him that numerous times, and I think hopefully it's finally starting to set in, and hopefully he has a breakout senior year.
Coach, what have you learned about yourself as a coach on the job in the last month that you didn't know before you took over this position?
I think I've learned things. I think I'll be able to answer that question better once we start playing games. Obviously running a practice is a lot different than being an assistant coach. Writing the practice plan, believe it or not, was a lot harder than I ever thought it would be, just because you don't want to be monotonous. You don't want to do the same thing over and over every single day. You want to try to break it up, keep their interest in it, make it competitive, but at the same time, you got to accomplish what you need to accomplish. So I've learned things. I've learned what works well, what doesn't seem to work well with this team, and what I should do, where I need to slow down, where I need to do more kind of things. But again, it's only been 4 weeks, so 4 months from now, if you ask me that same question, I'm sure I'll have a lot more knowledge on it.
Balance, trying to maintain, being brought in for continuity's sake, balance that with one's standpoint on practice right now and what's going to happen.
I think strictly from a basketball standpoint, I think a vast majority of it will be the same. I think the biggest difference the players have seen with me and what they continue to see is just a personality. I'm not Coach Pitino's personality. I wouldn't act like I am. That's just not me. I'm a different personality in that regard. But just the basketball side of things, what I've come to know and learn playing and coaching at Louisville, and what our players have come to know and learn has worked. So I would be crazy to come and try to change it, especially 3 days before practice started. So we're going to continue to do a lot of the same things. It's what our players know. It's what the freshmen came to realize during the recruiting process, and that's why they're there. So it's something we're going to continue to do. Defense is going to be a staple of what we do, playing hard and all that. So, I'll do things a little differently, just like I said, from a coaching standpoint, but from what we do from a basketball standpoint, a lot of it is the same.
You said you're not a treadmill kind of guy in practice. What is do you have a signature punishment for yourself or a snake or something?
I've been lucky. I haven't had a lot of reason to punish these guys. They play hard every day. They do what I ask them. The older guys, obviously, I haven't had to get on quite as much because they just know what to do. They've been through it. They know what to do. They don't have to be asked or told what to do over and over. Some of the younger guys, it's been been a learning curve for them. You know, the toughest thing with freshmen is listening, and especially when a coach is correcting someone else, they might not think it pertains to them. And